Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Real Madrid's stance on untouchable Martin Odegaard as Arsenal suffer a transfer setback, and then we're going to look at Gunners to battle Liverpool and Manchester United for Eduardo Camavinga. So the first transfer headline states that Real Madrid's stance on untouchable Martin Odegaard as Arsenal suffer a transfer setback. So the reports are stating that Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta is desperate to retain the services of Martin Odegaard this summer in the transfer window, but Real Madrid have big plans for the Norwegian. Real Madrid have named Martin Odegaard as one of the untouchable players in the transfer markets. It comes as a huge blow to Arsenal, who were desperate to sign the Norway international on a permanent basis this summer. Mikel Arteta is a massive fan of the 22-year-old who has hit the ground running since his loan in January. The Spaniard was desperate for a creative midfielder in the winter transfer window, with Norwich star Emi Buendia also chased. But Real Madrid have put a spanner in the works by insisting that Martin Odegaard will not be sold. According to Marca, Bernabeu Chiefs have named the youngster as one of 4 untouchables. Rodrigo, Fede Valverde and Vinicius Jr. are the other 3 to be included. It will come as a huge blow to Arsenal, while Ian Wright is a known fan of the midfielder. What you want to see from him is a player that has got unbelievable potential and ability, he said last month. You want to see him in a game like that, where he's going to be in the meats and bones of the game, where he's got to pick the ball up and does what he does. He wants the ball and plays it. He's very efficient with it. He done it in a game where Arsenal needed it. The Gunners were without Martin Odegaard against Slavia Prague in the Europa League, with the playmaker still injured, but his presence will not be missed as Arsenal made light work of their Czech opponents in a 4-0 win. The visitors were in a rampant mood, scoring 3 times in the opening 24 minutes to put the tie to bed, with all of them coming within a blitzing 6-minute period. Alexandre Lacazette scored twice, while Bukayo Saka and Nicola Pepe were also on the score sheet to set up a semi-final time against Unai Emery's Villarreal. So it looks like Real Madrid's stance on untouchable Martin Odegaard leads to Arsenal suffering a transfer setback. And in terms of Mikel Arteta, he is someone that is desperate to retain the services of Martin Odegaard this summer in the summer transfer window. But Real Madrid have big plans for the Norwegian. And in terms of Real Madrid, they have been naming Martin Odegaard as one of the untouchable players, with the likes of other players as well, such as Rodrigo, Fede Valverde and Vinicius Jr. And it's a big statement to be made by Real Madrid, because if they're going to say that Martin Odegaard is an untouchable, and at the moment Martin Odegaard is not even playing for Real Madrid, he's playing for Arsenal at the moment, and to say that he's an untouchable makes a huge statement and a big blow for the Gunners if they want to sign Martin Odegaard. But in my opinion, I know he has the talent, he has the technique. If he wants to join the Gunners, he will join the Gunners. But if he wants to stay at Real Madrid, he will stay at Real Madrid. But I think we still got a brilliant number 10 in the form of Emil Smith-Rowe. We're starting to see how important this guy is, and I think his work has been overshadowed by the signing of Martin Odegaard. But hopefully the Gunners will not regret this, as we have Smith-Rowe. And this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that the Gunners are to battle Liverpool and Manchester United for Eduardo Camavinga. So the reports are stating that Arsenal and Manchester United have joined Liverpool in the race to sign Eduardo Camavinga, according to reports. The Premier League champions are said to have identified the Rennes starlets as a potential replacement for Jorginho Wijnaldum. The Netherlands international is out of contract at Anfield on June 30 and is expected to be playing his trade elsewhere next season. But Liverpool are not the only Premier League club credited with an interest in the 18-year-old. According to Marca, Manchester United and Arsenal are also keeping tabs on Eduardo Camavinga. The France international looks set to leave Rennes in the summer, having decided that he will not sign a new deal with the club. Eduardo Camavinga's current contract runs until 2022, but the Ligue 1 side will not want to risk losing him for nothing at the end of next season. Real Madrid are among the youngsters' admirers, while Liverpool, Arsenal and United will each hope to bring him to the Premier League. Camavinga, who has been likened to Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira, burst onto the scene in 2019, aged 16. He is now a regular part of the Rennes team and has racked up 34 appearances in all competitions this term. His employers will no doubt hope a bidding war takes place as they seek to maximise the fee they will receive for the academy product. Eduardo Camavinga can play next year in the Premier League, said Jonathan Barnett, the player's agent. He is that good, whether he will or not, I don't know. His background is tough if you know that he went through as a refugee, but his character is amazingly strong. He is not your average 18-year-old. Playing in front of 100,000 people is not going to scare him. He's a lovely boy, and I think he's going to be a superstar. Eduardo will have a choice of lots of clubs if Rennes decide to release him. They will be one of the 4 or 5 clubs in the world he might go to. Eduardo would love to play for a top club. And in terms of Mikel Arteta, he has huge competition in terms of Liverpool and Manchester United, and it all depends on where the Gunners will be able to finish at the end of the season. Maybe they might have the Europa League trophy in their hands and may be ready for Champions League football for next season, or they might be not even in that stage at all and might not even be playing European competition at all next season. So we have to wait and see until the end of the season, in my opinion, because big names like Eduardo Camavinga, who is stated as the next Patrick Vieira, is something big in my opinion, because if you look at what Patrick Vieira has done for the Gunners, and something that Eduardo Camavinga has been linked with as the fact that he may be an Arsenal fan as well, because there has been pictures in his houses relating to Arsenal. That's why I think the links relating to Arsenal has came. But Eduardo Camavinga may be partnering Thomas Partey, may be an option, but we have to wait and see if Camavinga has the ability to do it in the Premier League, because even the best player in the world may struggle in the Premier League, because the Premier League is no other league like any other. And in my opinion, if he's going to join the club, the Gunners will have to be in Champions League football, because even Rennes was in Champions League football last season, and this season, the current season, playing right now, and he wants to stay at a Champions League side instead of playing in Europa League. But other than that, guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for next video, and peace.